Welcome to the second devlog of The Last Dive, a survival horror game where you hide and run from a monster inside a sinking submarine. Last time, we developed some basic mechanics for the game, from character movements to a customized cutscene manager. This time, we are focusing on art and the environment. So first, we started with a submarine environment. The biggest challenge with submarine is, generally, submarines don't have a lot of space to walk. It's very compact and filled with equipment, which gives very little space for the player to move and run around. So we decided to change it a little. Here, we decided to make a submarine much longer than its natural size while still keeping it thin. So now it's more like a pipe rather than a cylinder. This gives the player more room to explore while still keeping a bit realistic view of the submarine. And submarine has multiple decks or levels, so we also decided to make 2 decks in the submarine. Where in first deck, the player solves the puzzle, and in second deck, he gets rid of the monster. Then we started making maps for the submarine, deciding which rooms would have puzzles and how the player would go through them. Now, before we start making it in the Blender, we decided to make it in Minecraft first. It's much easier to make and change, and who doesn't like to play Minecraft? So, we made the whole submarine design in Minecraft, which allows us to fine-tune some parts of it, and we can even see how it looks in a dark environment. Once our Minecraft submarine was ready, we started making it in Blender. We also made a lot of props like a table, a chair, and a TV. A typical submarine might not have it, but it's needed for our story. And this time, we are going with a realistic art style, not low poly, so we used tools like Substance Designer and Painter for texturing. We also made the egg of a monster. For that, we took a bit of inspiration from the dragon egg, giving it a scale-like surface. We also made an incubator for egg. So finally, we have a part of our submarine and some props ready. Now it's time to go for monster art. First, we researched Ahuizotl's looks. It has a lot of depictions from a dog-like small creature to a crocodile-like monster. So we go with the scarier one. We also took some inspiration from Ben 10 alien ripjaws and some enemies from God of War. This make it look like a reptile creature that lays egg. One interesting part about Ahuizotl is that at the end of its tail, it has an extra hand that it uses to grab people into the water. So we also add that with some spikes on its back and tail. Finally, we textured the whole monster and showed it to some people for feedback. The main feedback we get is that this monster doesn't have any uncanny. Generally, horror game monsters have some unnatural things like multiple heads or limbs, or a dislocated jaw or something that the human brain can't process, and that makes it scary. But we can't just add stuff to a monster without a proper reason in the story. Like why a mythical creature would have extra heads or limbs. So we decided to tweak the story a bit, where some scientists had performed experiments on this creature, turning it into a monster with unnatural body parts. This twist makes story more interesting while giving us freedom to add some unnatural elements into monster. And all of these art is made by our amazing artists, Aniket, Sadish, and Jiko. Please check out their work from links in description. This monster art is still not final, but it will do for now. Please let us know what more we can change in it in comments. And in next devlog, we will see how we make puzzles and monster AI for game. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to get latest update about our game. See you in the next one. Bye bye.